Welcome to YouTube, the best personal trainer in the world. Hi guys, Dr. Bobby Striker here with 3F Flow Physique Factory. And what do we got here? I got a new logo on. Yeah, can you see that? There's a 3 and there's an F buried within the 3. Pretty fancy stuff. Me and Jules, we designed this. We're very proud of it. You're going to see a lot more of this new Fancy Pants logo, literally possibly on Fancy Pants, like our merch line, fitness wear, active wear, on our power plans, on our website, on the videos. So I hope you like it. Let us know what you think of it. Are you excited to see it on active wear and merch? Let us know what you think. So today, yep, clinic is in session as per usual. And today we're talking about planning your workouts and why just following the guys on YouTube might not always work. Now, when it comes to changing the shape of your body to physically sculpt your muscles, it requires a bit of planning, okay? This is especially important if you're looking to maximize your results and get those results as quickly as possible. Now, going to the gym, just firing up a random YouTube video, yeah, that might sound like fun, that can be exciting, you don't know what workout you're gonna do, and every time you get there, something new to do. But if you really want meaningful results and you want to get them quickly, you need to be a little bit more strategic than that, okay? Now, the issue is, and we get this a lot, people want results immediately. They want everything, and they want everything right now or like 5 weeks ago. And the reality is, while you might not be able to get immediate results, you can achieve your results faster if you plan your training in an effective manner, okay, with good training and planning. So thankfully, more and more scientists are kind of really getting into fitness. They like this stuff and they're doing a lot of research, and they're researching what works and what doesn't work, what's the best way to deliver weight loss and muscle sculpting changes as efficiently as possible. And today I'm going to be sharing a lot of those tidbits with you guys, all right? Now you might be thinking, oh, hang on, I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to put on muscle. So this probably doesn't apply to me. Well, think again, guys. Think again. Now, for those of you who don't know, what people call toning, say, I want to tone my muscles. What they usually mean is that they're getting lean enough for your muscles to be visible. So it still effectively means, there's fat loss and there's probably an element of muscle building going on. You're losing fat, you're allowing the muscles to be seen. So those visible muscles, okay, and that's what people often refer to as toning. I want to have toned muscles. The concern is that if you don't plan your training, you might actually lose a lot of your muscle as well as your fat. So you kind of end up being skinny fat or just outright kind of skinny version of yourself. So if that's your aim, then of course, great, do it. There's no issue. Just take note, if you lose too much muscle, your metabolic rate is going to drop, and that's going to set you up for rebound weight gain. Yeah, if you lose muscle, that's what happens. You're going to harm your metabolism. As your metabolic rate drops, and if you can't keep up your diet plan or whatever, usually there's going to be significant weight rebound gaining and all of that fat overshooting stuff going on. So if you want to look aesthetic, you want to lose fat, but you want to keep that muscle so that once that fat is melted away, you can see those so-called toned muscles, that athletic kind of look, then you need to know what you're doing. So what do we do? Well, don't panic, all right? That's number one. What you need to do, and thanks to all the science dudes and dudettes, what they've found is that for anyone looking to optimize their training results, you should be training each body part twice per week, okay? Each body part twice per week, and aimed to do about 10 to 20 sets of weight training, resistance training per body part, okay? What they also found is that you shouldn't train the same body part on back-to-back consecutive days. So if I'm going to give you an example, say you want to kind of tone and grow those biceps, you might think that if you work them out every day, you're going to get the best results. I train my biceps every day, so I'm going to force them to grow and develop. But the reality is, what the research shows is that it's actually the opposite. Yeah, by training a muscle group daily, you're actually going to hinder yourself. Yeah, when you train a body part daily, you don't factor in time for recovery. You will likely tear down the muscle excessively, and by training that area again before it's ready to train again, you essentially pave the way towards injury. Yeah, so you might think, okay, no problem, doc. I won't train the same body part on back-to-back days. Check. tick that box. But you need to also factor in other stuff too. You need to factor in that sometimes you're likely using muscles, okay, during your workouts that you're not actually aware of. So for example, again, let's use the biceps. What do the biceps do? They kind of bend the elbow, yeah? They bend your arm. Now, if you want to train your biceps, what do? You put a weight in your hand and you kind of bend at the elbow, you curl, yeah? And that will train the biceps. What you might not realize is that when you're training your back, when you're training your back, you do so by pulling towards your body. But, if you're pulling towards your body, like if you're doing a lat pull down or you're doing rows, as you're pulling towards your body, what's happening with your elbows? Yeah, what's happening here? You're bending your elbows. So as you're doing your lat pull down or you're doing a rows, you're bending your elbows. And anytime you bend your elbows, you are actually engaging your biceps to an extent. So the biceps are an accessory muscle for these back training exercises. So if you train back on one day and on the next day you train your biceps, it's the same thing. You're essentially training your biceps on 2 back-to-back consecutive days, again risking overtraining and muscle injury. So this is the reason if you've got a smart trainer, smart training plan, they will kind of pair complementary muscles together, pair complementary moves and exercises together into a single workout. Now, a knowledgeable trainer is going to know this, and they will plan your workouts with all of this kind of information in mind. They will also advise you, don't do cardio before your weight training because it's going to hinder your results. Possibly save your cardio for after your weight training, or better still, do your cardio on another day completely. If your trainer is advising you appropriately, depending on where you're starting from, you might not need to do any cardio at all. And don't get started on HIIT. Okay, so these are little nuances that might be missed if you're just following a YouTube person, a YouTube workout, and firing up a random workout every session. Now, if you've been kind of training randomly, stringing together workouts like this, and you're not getting results, all of these factors that we've just touched on, they could be the reasons why, okay? Fail to plan, then you're essentially planning to fail, okay? So while following YouTube is not bad per se, if you don't really understand the principles, what's going on, you're not planning things properly, then it could be, all right? That guy or gal you're following on YouTube, they might look good, but they might not have the knowledge to help you look good, yeah? So simply, there could be numerous reasons why someone's up there looking good. They might have good genetics, they might be naturally lean, they've always looked like that. They might even be on performance-enhancing drugs. You simply don't know. So because of that, if you're going to follow someone on YouTube, make sure they have suitable credentials. And if you're not sure what to do, then check out our power plans, yeah? That's what it's all about. We've laid it all out, plain as day. We did all the math so you don't have to crunch all the data, looked at all the research, really laid out a real fantastic foundational training program and advanced training programs, intermediate training programs, whatever you need, we've done it. So you don't have to worry about all this kind of stuff. It's all done with all of this science in mind. So I hope that's given you some insight. Yeah, YouTube is a great resource. Yeah, we find lots of useful stuff there. You found us here, and it can be useful, but in the same way, if you don't know what you're doing, it can sometimes hinder progress. So look at who you're following. Now, I hope you've liked this video. If you have, remember the usual drill. Please do like and subscribe, hit the bell button for notifications. Please drop us a comment. Jules just told me that comments are the most powerful way for us to be found on YouTube. More powerful than likes and views and everything. So drop us a comment, please, guys. We really appreciate it. If you've liked this, again, please do follow us, not just on here, but on all of our social media platforms. And we'll see you all in the next video, folks. Don't be late for your appointments. Bye, everyone. See you.